Hello, good morning. My name is Paul Udom, and thank you to all my subscribers. Even during my period of inactivity, the period of inactivity was due to exams and the way they were rushing us, registration and everything like that. So thank you very much for everybody that subscribed and still remain subscribers up to this particular point where I'm making my next video after like at least a month. So thank you very much. I have like about 200 and is it 200 and I think it's up to 420 by now. So thank you very much to all my subscribers for all your support and everything. God bless you. Okay, now before I start going into making new videos and new topics, I just want to use this video to answer some of the questions that you people asked during the period of my inactivity. So I'm just gonna, this is gonna be like more like a question and answer video. Okay, now if you have any questions that you may have about UNN and I didn't mention it today, or somebody have not asked about it before and you think that you need clarifications, please go ahead, send it to the send your question to the comment section. I'm going to see it and I'm going to answer you. If it's the one that I can actually answer you through the comment, I'll answer you through the comment. But if it's a question that the general public like needs to know, like this particular ones that I've written down here, then I will air it on my video. That should be once in a while, and then we see where we can go from there. This question is going to be from the oldest question to the newest question. And before I even go on, let me clarify this issue. Now, the thing is that I mentioned in one of my videos about Farm D and the Farm. Okay, there are two different things. Okay, the Farm is Diploma of Pharmacy, while Farm D is Doctor of Pharmacy. So I may use them interchangeably, right? I may call the Farm D, I may call Farm D the Farm. But the important that you need to know is that whenever I'm mentioning D and Farm or D, I'm mentioning Farm D, which is the one that is being studied in the UNN. Farm D, that's Doctor of Pharmacy. Okay. The thing is that UNN, I've not heard about UNN conducting any direct entry examination after the direct entry processes. Now, the thing is that direct entry, from the information I got from students that did direct entry, UNN have two ways of having direct entry students into the institution. The first one is that you have to go through JUPEP, which is more or less like you study for a year, and then after you finish studying, you go to year 2 of that department that you applied for. Okay, that is like year 1 but in a different campus. After you finish the exams in that campus, you come to the main campus. And then the second one is direct entry to JAM. Okay, and I've not heard, I don't know, I'm not sure, because most of the people that I know came from JUPEP. Okay, so I'm not sure if UNN makes provision for people that got direct entry from JAM and then they have to create a special exam for. No, I don't think that is actually obtainable in UNN. Yeah, speaking of my social media, you can reach me on my social media platform. I may not be posting information as much as I would want to, but the thing is that if you have any question that you want to reach me directly, like you want to chat and stuff, you can actually reach me on that group. Okay, so I'll place the link to that group in my description box, so try to check it out. Okay, I'm assuming it is JAM because at this particular point you have not written post-rating yet for you to start calculating your aggregate again. So I'm assuming that it is JAM that you scored 253. Now at this part, with this particular result, she's asking if she can actually get admission in nursing, and you've seen the question anyway. The question came out before this. Now the thing is that if you're listening, there are two situations. If you not watch my video how UNN gives admission, please go and watch it. Okay, there are criteria, there are things that UNN put in place before they start admitting people. So, but I from questions and questions I've asked some people, I heard that the cutoff mark for nursing science is 270. Now, the thing is that it can remain 270. Sometimes it can come below 270. But there are other factors that play when deciding where to drop the admission line you get. So you can get admission with 253, but like I said, a lot of factors play. If a lot of people got 290 and 300 that are actually applying for nursing science, which means 253 will not play much, will not be recognized as much, you get. But when people that are applying for nursing have like 240, 250 like yourself and the rest of it, then they might reduce the cutoff mark. But nursing science is more like medicine and surgery. That is where the brains are. Okay, so the thing is that you may not necessarily, I don't know, I don't want to sound somehow one-sided, because I think at this particular point I've come to realize that UNN is not really laid in bricks. That's true. That they are not, the laws are not rigid. They can twist the law at any point in time. They might even admit people that score less and leave people that score more. They can even admit people that score middle and leave people that score more. So the laws are not rigid. You just have to pray in whatever gives you grace that you get the admission. Because I've seen people that some people score more than, but they got the admission and stuff like that. So 253 can give you the admission, but a lot of factors play here. And one great factor here that plays is the God factor. Okay, I believe so much in God factor. It can be a human God factor or a heavenly God factor, but at least there's a God factor, if you understand what I'm saying. So if there's a God factor here, so God by your side, you can have anything, right? So with 253, you can get the admission. With 253, you may not get the admission. It depends on so many factors that I think I've made them clear in one of my previous videos where I talked about how UNN gives admission. Or the way UNN run their own, there's from the 2 years ahead of me or 3 years ahead of myself, they don't run from B anymore, so they run from D directly. So you may not necessarily need to calculate how many years, but I think it should be 2 years between Farm D and Farm D. Should be 2 years. Let's say there's no strike, should be 2 years or so. Yeah, the cutoff mark for UNN in 2023 is not like I said earlier that a lot of things in UNN are not rigid. They are flexible. So the cutoff mark is very, very flexible. You get. But normally, what I would want anybody to have in mind is that you should have a cutoff mark that is above 250 for any department whatsoever. Because if you have a cutoff mark above 250, then you have a greater chance of getting admitted to the department or the faculty that you actually do want to get admitted into. For instance, if you get, say, I said above 250, I didn't say 250, please get me right on that. Let's say if you get like 240 and you want to study, say, for instance, medicine and surgery, you know that it's very, very impossible. The cutoff mark should be more than 250. That is my take. If you want to get admission to the University of Nigeria and Soka, just target 250 and above. If you get 200, depends on the department, you may get the admission. But to be on a better standard, like you know that you come out in the first merit list, target 250 and above. Yeah, my WhatsApp link is going to be I think it's on my bio. And I'm going to drop it on the description section also. Somebody asked me about Ambrose Ali University. Actually, I'm not in Ambrose Ali University, so I don't know anything about Ambrose Ali University. You get? I know a little about UNN that I am, because UNN, I think I go around UNN, I can ask a few people questions, even people that are non-pharmaceutical students, I can ask them questions. But Ambrose Ali, so I think you people that are watching this video, if you have impulse to want to ask me about a different university that is not UNN, please hold that impulse. I'm sure that there's a YouTuber in Ambrose Ali that does this, so you can direct that question to that particular YouTuber, because I'm not in Ambrose Ali. I don't even know where the school is. I think it's in Jos or Kaduna. I don't know where the school is, so I can't answer that question, okay? Now, speaking of Sure Success is one book that I explained in details how the book helped me in getting admission into University of Nigeria. The book actually makes you understand how University of Nigeria sets their question and how to answer their question. And a lot of people have been asking me how to get the question. You can ask me how to get the question paper in the description section, okay, in that group, okay. I'll tell you how to get the hard copy and possibly how to get the soft copy. There are people that handle that. I'm not part of the system, but I can tell you how they can ship the hard copy to you and how you can get the soft copy if you're actually interested in the soft copy, okay. So that is about the book Sure Success. Now, somebody asked me what acceptance of admission means in one of my videos. Actually, what acceptance of admission means is that after you've written JAM and after you've gotten your admission, your name is there in the admission list, there are things that you should do, okay, to prove that you actually are interested in coming to the school. And you have, which one of those things is paying your acceptance fee. Now, after paying your acceptance fee, a dialog box will come out, okay, after paying your acceptance fee. And that dialog box is going to show you your acceptance of admission letter. And you have to print that letter because you're going to be that letter will be required of you during clearance. Okay, so that is just what I meant by acceptance of admissions letter. Okay. If there will be post UTME in 2023, I don't know. Okay, I don't know because JAM, I think we have two sets that have written JAM already, waiting the admission. So they have done the first. They have used WAEC to screen in the first set. Okay. So the second set, which we are still waiting for another set again after this particular set. We are the 2021-2022 set in 2023. So which means there's a 2022-2023 academic session and there's a 2023-2024 academic session. So they have screened in the 2022-2023 academic session using their WAEC results without the post-UTME, and we are left with the 2023-2024 session. Now the thing is that the time is already too close to each other. So, but the thing is that I think they might use the post-UTME method, okay, because the JAM screening sort of a thing, the using of WAEC kind of cut a lot of income that UNN would have gotten if there was actually a post-UTME exams. Post-UTME brings a lot of revenue for the institution, so I'm not sure they would want to. That's what they did to 2022-2023 academic session was out of, say, they were just trying their best to minimize the traffic inside the school because the school was already under so much pressure after the strike and all. So, but I think that the 2023-2024 session, they are going to like post-UTME because the pressure is a little bit reduced. We are under a lot of pressure because we have about 2 months before the new set comes in. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of the calendar is going to shrink a lot, and because of that shrinkage, they can admit people to balance up with the 2024-2025 academic session. So there might be, but I'm not certain, okay, because I'm not in the administration. I'm only speculating as a student that kind of sees what's happening in the school environment, and it's easier to speculate when you are in school. And the speculation that I'm giving right now is there may be a post-UTME exams for this particular set. But whether there is post-UTME exams or there's no post-UTME exams, I'm sure that at this point you know that UNN love good WAEC results. So make sure that you have a good WAEC result, have a good JAM score, and you don't have anything to worry about. Yeah, I answered a question about somebody that scored 253 in nursing earlier, and it is dicey for nursing. And then this guy have 240 hours to study medicine and surgery. My own opinion, it will take the special grace of God for you to get admission with 240 to get admission into medicine and surgery. Like, special grace of God, like God carry you for hand. Like, it's like there's this particular song, I don't know if you heard it at the background. Somebody just played it this morning. That the way they pamper, that the way they bless. Yeah. So if that the way they pamper come and hold you by the hand and then take you inside the school, then that is how you can get admission into University of Nigeria with a 240 cutoff mark into medicine and surgery. Because even in nursing, it's a bit dicey. In pharmacy, it's a bit dicey too. Then medicine and surgery, which is like the Baba of University of Nigeria, it's a bit dicey, but it is possible. You get everything in this life, everything is possible. It's just that you just have to know the button to press for that to actualize. Okay, you may have a daddy where they pamper. People may not have the daddy where they pamper, but if you have the daddy where they pamper, then you can actually go around the whole formalities. Another person asks if he or she can get admission with 239 to study computer science. Do I have to change for computer science? Yes, I think it's advisable to change. Okay, if you feel you can change. But I think computer science is not as competitive as most of these courses like medicine, pharmacy, nursing, engineering, all form of engineering. So computer science is not as competitive. Just like if you're looking at math, statistics, all those departments are not as competitive as the frontiers department. I call the competitive department frontiers department. So if you have to change to computer science, please do before it's too late, okay? And then what again? At this point in time, I think you have to know what you are capable of doing. Now, coming to UNN is a bit rough. Just set people that have written JAM already and people that have done the screening already, waiting for UNN to say, okay, who can start. There'll be a lot of pressure on you guys. I know this video is a little bit too huge already, so I'm going to end this video right now. But try and watch the next video that's on your screen right now. I'm going to talk about what you should expect when you're coming in to University of Nigeria. I'm going to talk a lot about science students because I come around science students. I'm a science student myself, so I come around science students more often than art students. I have a friend, Miracle, that is in arts department, department of literary studies, English and literary studies. She's a very good friend of mine. So I think one of these days I'm going to call her so we can talk about what to expect in arts department. I mean, is it art? I think English and literary studies are in arts. Okay, I don't know. They're in arts. Then humanities is sociology. I don't think I have a sociology friend. Okay, but what I'm going to do next, the next video is going to be what you should expect as a science student coming into University of Nigeria and Nsukka. Sorry for the noise and everything like that. This is very early in the morning and I have lectures, so I have to do this video and then rush. Am I rushing? I think I'm rushing because I'm not settled. At this particular point, we have about 2 months before. Is it 2 months or 1 month and before we start our next semester's exam? So everything at this point, it's a rush. Okay, so thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed, please do care to click on the subscription button. It helps a lot. Like, why I leave the channel for some time, I come back and I discover that people were still subscribing even when I was doing nothing. It makes me want to do more and answer more of your questions. Okay, so if you have any